So now earlier we have seen the velocity triangle, the expressions for work done or power generated. We have seen expressions for efficiency, and then at the last we have seen compounding of the compounding of turbine. So let's start. The nozzle angle is given as 20 degrees, that is alpha. You must remember the nozzle angle is said as alpha, blade angle is said as beta. Velocity from nozzle exit is 615 meter per second. You can see this is a supersonic velocity. The velocity of sound in air is around 315 to 330, depending on temperature and density of air. Then we have blade velocity coefficient as 0.7. Mean diameter of rotor is 600 mm. Rotational speed is 3000 rpm. Axial fluid velocity at exit. So this is the exit from the rotor and fluid velocity, and this is the axial velocity. So that is Vf, and at the exit means Vf2. This is 160 meter per second. We have to find the work and the efficiency. So work will be U delta Vw. So we just need to find U and the two velocities. We can use the angle, and some of the velocities are given, so we can use those things. Draw velocity triangle, and we can find Vw1 because these two things are known. Vr1 from these two things are known, and Vr2 because the blade speed ratio is given. Blade velocity coefficient or the friction coefficient is same. So that is K. K is equal to Vr2 by Vr1. We are using that expression to get Vr2. From Vr2, that is the outlet triangle, we are getting Vw2. So we are getting inlet. From the inlet triangle, we have absolute velocity and alpha 1. For the outlet triangle, we are going to a relative velocity and using that expression of friction coefficient to get Vw2. Now we have the work done, and the expression for efficiency is already known, U delta Vw divided by V1 square by 2. So 65%. Now let's come to another question. So we have steam exit from nozzle at 590 meter per second, that is V1. Nozzle angle is 22 degrees. Vf2, that is the axial velocity at exit, is 150 meter per second. Blade speed is 2800 rpm. Blade diameter is 1 meter. We need to assume symmetrical blading, and we need to find diagram efficiency, that is same as blade efficiency, or there were many different names, and blade velocity coefficient. So let's make the velocity triangle again. We need to find the efficiency. That means U, V, delta V, delta Vw, and V1, all things we need to find. And blade velocity coefficient means Vr2 by Vr1 or Vf2 by Vf1 because it is symmetrical blading. So we are given with these three angles and velocity, and U we can figure out from pi d n by 60. So Vw1 will be V1 cos alpha 1, Vf1 will be V1 sin alpha 1. These things are already given. Steam velocity and alpha 1 is given. So we can find Vr1 from that. Once we have Vr1, we can find K because Vf2 we have already figured out. Vf2 is already given. Vf1 we have figured out. So we have find the value of K, and Vr2 we can use K Vr1 angle. So like we can use this relation of K is equal to Vr2 by Vr1 to get Vr2. And this relation, as I have said earlier, is only for symmetrical blading or equiangular blading. Now we can use inlet velocity triangle to get beta 1 because all the other things are known to us, and beta 1 is equal to beta 2 because of symmetrical blading conditional given. And Vr2 we can also figure out. So we have known beta 2 now, and we have Vf2 given, so we can use this to find Vr2, and this Vr2 are matching, these two Vr2 are matching. That means this relation is correct. And then we can use the outlet velocity triangle to find Vw2 because alpha 2 is known and other velocities are known. So we get Vw2. We use Vw1 and Vw2, U and V1 in efficiency expression to get the efficiency. So we have figured out both the things. The two things were diagram efficiency and blade speed, blade velocity coefficient K. So that's all. From the next video, we'll start with reaction type of steam turbines.